We got an update on Toyswonderland.
Oh man, are they making things right?
No. I hate to break the news to you, but it's even worse. So months ago, or might have even been a year ago now, I ordered a Back to the Future 2 DeLorean. And that Back to the Future 2 DeLorean was on a payment plan. And what ends up happening is Toyswonderland, who I had pre-ordered through, continued to send me emails telling me that the DeLorean was on some sort of back order, or I had to wait for it. So for those who do not know who Toyswonderland is, it was, I don't even know if it's there anymore, a website where you could order various hot toys. But the thing is that the people were actually living right there in Hong Kong where they drop all of the hot toy stuff. So they would run to the store, pick up said items, and they would ship them to the people who ordered them, like me. But it turns out they would scam people all the time. Now, this is something I was not aware of when I went into this. I had watched many YouTubers talk about Toyswonderland, how great they were, how they got all the things that they were supposed to get, and they were never scammed. But it was sort of uncovered that there was a large Hot Toys channel that apparently had some sort of, now this is allegedly, but there was some sort of backdoor deal going on with Toyswonderland. So they would talk good about Toyswonderland, but Toyswonderland was screwing people.
Yes, but allegedly the YouTuber did not know about Toyswonderland screwing people until it became a widespread problem.
Allegedly is the key word here, because a lot of people believe that that person knew all along. But who knows?
You know how people on the internet are. They say they do all this stuff and they assume, and it's really stupid. Don't trust people on the internet. Just let's hope for the best in people.
It's a lot of money wrapped up when you're buying something from Hot Toys or Hot Toys figures or a Hot Toys DeLorean like what I was trying to order. It's very expensive stuff. Figures are roughly between $200 to $300, sometimes in the $400 and $500 range depending on what you're ordering. The DeLorean itself was like an $800 car. And in fact, when I ordered it from Toyswonderland, it was bumped up even higher than that. It was around like $1,200. So after I'd realized that Toyswonderland was screwing me, I decided to take action. And I reached out to our bank. I wanted to work on getting all of our money back. And Toyswonderland, when I went to them initially to let them know that I wanted my money back, they basically told me that I could have money that was store only, right? It was like store credit only. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to order anything from you. Why would I order something when you guys didn't do the right thing the first time?
Yeah,
why would I want to order from you? Why would I want to do business with you? It took a long time to work with my bank in order to figure all of this out.
Yeah, they didn't want to give us the money back.
They didn't, but they did. In the end, it all worked out for me. Thank God. But unfortunately, it is not working out for everybody. And that's the real big deal that we're talking about here. We actually have some updated information, important information. So if you're a Toyswonderland screw-e, you've been screwed by Toyswonderland, then this is something that you're going to want to know. But there's something very important happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on MISCHIEFtoys.com.
What's that?
We have 2 brand new figures going up on the website, Santa the Monstro and Elf Ghastly. Here's our promo.
The holidays are here, and what would they be without a little extra dash of mischief? This year, Mischief Toys is proud to introduce Elf Ghastly and Santa Demonstro. Get your Santa Demonstro and Elf Ghastly on MISCHIEFtoys.com this Saturday, December 14th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't make Santa Demonstro add you to the naughty list. Spread festive cheer and make seasonal mischief.
I hope you guys enjoyed the promo. Those figures will go up tomorrow. Heather, tell us all the information we need to know about these figures.
There's a lot. So not only do we have figures, but we also have pins. Santa Demonstro, the figure is limited to 205 pieces, and the pin with Santa Demonstro on the sleigh is limited to 120 pieces. We also have Elf Ghastly, who is 230 pieces.
Wow.
And we have the pin where he's stuck inside an ornament, and he's 130 pieces. The Demonstro pin bundle will be $85. The Demonstro by itself will be $70. The Ghastly pin bundle will be $70, and the Ghastly by itself will be $55. Every single one of those listings will be on both the home page, and Ghastly's going to be in Ghastly's tab, Demonstro's going to be in Demonstro's tab. They're going to be hanging out like boys, but really, they're enemies.
That's right, and something very extra special happened. And it actually is what I consider a happy accident. We ordered stickers for both of these figures, and we didn't get all of the stickers.
We didn't get very many of each sticker. So with that being said, it's going to be sort of like a sticker roulette. We're just going to grab from a huge pile of past stickers. We're going to do as many holiday stickers from last year as we can, plus the holiday stickers that I ordered for this year. The reason that we do not have enough stickers is because the company we ordered stickers from messed up. And I'm really sad about it, and I tried to get them to make it right, but unfortunately, they dodged my email for over a week.
What?
And I could have gotten them in time, but I had to follow up a week later, and they were like, how many do you need? When I already spelled it out in the first email.
Son of
and
a
that
bitch.
was 4 days ago. I was like, I need them by this weekend. You obviously can't do it. Just leave me alone.
All right, so that means that these stickers are incredibly limited, and we've decided not to order the full amount. You may be lucky enough to get one of these 4 stickers.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go. And the rest of them, as Heather mentioned, will be random. So make sure you go over to MISCHIEFtoys.com tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss out on this holiday fun drop, because if you do, you might end up on Demonstro's naughty list. Nobody wants that. You saw his butt. You know what's happening with that thing. He'll be farting all over you.
I was going to say sitting.
Or sitting. Or... Okay. Let's talk about Toyswonderland once again. So this is actually something that I found in a group. So it's from a group called Scammed by Toyswonderland. So that just tells you how bad this whole thing is. There is a group dedicated to people who have been scammed. Now, I found this in a different group. I'm not a part of this group, although I probably should join it because I was scammed at one point in time. But it says, important announcement. I received word today from a former employee of Toyswonderland that Philip is now facing bankruptcy. He is scheduled to appear in court for a hearing in mid-January. If he is sentenced to bankruptcy in court, you will not be able to recover whatever you are due from him or his company. So if you were screwed by this company, that means that if the bankruptcy goes through, you can't get a thing. So there's nothing you can do about it. You will be completely screwed. And this person is actually giving you ways that you can possibly get your money back, or ways to fight back. And I don't know if this is necessarily going to work. All the steps that he's giving us, we're going to talk about those steps. Every little bit helps, I guess. But Toyswonderland must have been sunk after this whole situation. After they were realized as scammers, which I don't think the company started out as scammers, but maybe I'm wrong by that. But it seems like things just got worse over the years, especially when it came around the time of me trying to get my DeLorean, which ended up not working out. I ended up buying it on Sideshow.com. It's right up there, right there. On Sideshow.com, I ended up purchasing it. It's a fantastic Hot Toys, but man, what a battle I had to go through in order to get the thing.
Yeah.
It was a terrible thing. So here is what they're saying. as a group, so the Scam by Toyswonderland group, we donate money towards hiring a law firm to investigate and take legal action. Now, I don't necessarily know if there's anything that can be done here. It is a foreign country. I don't know, like if you're in the U.S. and this is something you're trying to do, I really don't understand the legalities of it. I don't know how it works outside the country, so I don't really know anything about that. If you know something, let us know in the comments. Arrange to meet up in Hong Kong for a specific day, week, and visit them personally or their police department.
Okay,
which is a very odd one.
How, like, if you're from the U.S.
It's probably expensive to go over there.
Yeah, so why would you do that if you're worried about the price of a couple of hot dogs?
At this point, I think it's just the point. It's just the point.
I get it, but, like, that's a little extra. See, the thing is, like, unless they've scammed you out of, like, tens of thousands of dollars, I don't think that that's worth it. Like, are they pulling out their torches and pitchfork? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know what the preparation
is
here.
Point?
Well, this is a person that wants to do this. This isn't like, I don't know how many people were backing him up. I think this is what you call a last-ditch effort. People don't necessarily know what to do. They're about to lose, some people, probably a lot of money.
I would imagine
so. They're probably bummed out, and they're like, oh my God, I'm losing all my money. We need to do something about this. So number 3, if you have been in contact with customs and or any legal law firms in Hong Kong, contact them again with this new information and push them to take action. So again, I don't know how those 3 things are going to work. I think that the major meat of this video is the fact of knowing that the company is going into bankruptcy. So if you have any orders with them, I would highly recommend, if you can, go to your bank and try to get all of your money back, because I know I was able to do that.
So the problem with pre-orders is that banks typically have an allotted amount of time from time of purchase to the time that you report something. So the problem is, how long was it before we reported was it like 7 or 8 months or something?
It was a while.
Like, it was extreme.
It was a while.
Typically, I want to say it's like 60 to 90 days. So the fact that it was double or more the amount of time is what made our bank hesitant. Now, what we had to do, though, was go and show them, like, this is what we were promised. This is how much we've paid. This is when it was told to us that it would arrive. And it's well past that date.
Yeah.
So we had to prove all of that. And then they ended up saying, okay, you guys have been totally screwed. I don't think they're coming through. Here's your money back. Problem is, if it was that difficult with our bank, who we literally do almost all of our banking through, I've been a customer there for, I want to say it's been like 12 years now.
Wow.
So I'm super well established, and they were like, yeah, I don't know about this. So the fact that they weren't sure makes me think that other people at other banks might have a really hard time.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the warning, right? So people need to know, if you've ordered from them, you already in Screwtown right now. That's what I'm calling it. Mm-hmm. If you're in Screwtown right now, you better jump on your bank again and let them know about this information, because these folks allegedly are prepared to take your money and run. And I hate to see this happen to people. We posted a video about Toyswonderland months back. It's actually, like I said, it could be over a year now. We had a couple follow-up videos, I think, discussing like what we were doing and how things happened and played out. We received a lot of great feedback and a lot of people that were screwed. And it's so sad when a company that you think is reputable is not reputable.
Now, I'm curious about what people think about the 3 items that person listed as to what they plan on doing. I think the one that I like the most, getting legal advice.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't like everyone pooling together to get, like, I guess my question would be, how do you know that whoever you're giving that money to is going to be responsible and actually hire a lawyer?
I don't know. I think that person is literally at their wit's end with this. So they're just trying to come up with whatever they can.
I agree. I'm just curious, like, how things would actually work and what the best course of action is.
No clue. I think the best course of action is to get a lawyer for yourself, or talk and get some legal counsel for yourself about this particular issue. Go to your bank, or just get in the fetal position and pray. I don't think there's many other choices in this, unfortunately. This whole thing sucks.
Big
and I hate seeing this type of stuff happen to people. It is the worst. But what is not the worst is this brand new figure that I just received. This is a Vandal figure. It's Hostage number 5. So Vandal, V-A-N-D-U-L, does a lot of different figures like this one. And this just happens to be a Funko Pop one. So as you can see, everything is blocked out. Now, one thing I will say about this figure is that when it comes to legalities, I have no idea what is legal versus what isn't legal. But my assumption is that Vandal went out and got himself some legal advice before he would do something like this, because people like me show it off on the channel. Now, a couple things. My box is damaged here. My box is damaged here. So, much like Funko, when you're ordering your Funko Pops, it's a box damaged. A damaged box.
Great.
So it's not shocking to me that this happened, but it's okay. I'm not going to complain. But here's the figure. I want to pull it out. It isn't typical that you unbox Funko Pops, at least new collectors, but as an old collector, we're going to go ahead and get this thing out of here. Now, look at this figure. It is Freddy Funko looking, of course, like a hostage. Now, I've never actually held one of these before. I've seen the Vandal figures before. Oh, his head turns.
Oh, I like how his crown's bent.
And his crown is bent. Look at that. Wow. That's a cool figure. So he does all sorts of characters like this. I think he's done Mickey Mouse. I think he did the Monopoly guy at one point. But look at that. He sits perfectly. That's a great looking figure.
He's awesome.
You know, it was expensive. I think I spent like $120, $150, something like that on this. So it's not a cheap piece, but it was one of those pieces as a Funko fan for many, many years. This was something special to me personally, because this is how I'm seeing Funko today. Just very bad shape, bent crown. They should have added a little urine in the pants, because he like urinated himself. You think he did?
Why did he
or
do
pooping
that?
in there? I don't know. He's in bad shape. He's having a hard time.
That's not very
But
nice.
what do you think?
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool
very
figure,
cool.
huh?
Yeah, I find it really interesting, though, that they definitely got around the trademarks, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they censored Funko and Pop, both of which Funko owned.
Yes, they did, but covering it up that way, is that sufficient? That's my question. I have no idea if, speaking of legalities, I don't really know. I have no clue as to what is legal versus not good.
I believe it
with
is.
This. You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it. They didn't actually...
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't
yeah.
care. I love the figure. I think it's great. I think what he does is great. I think it's different. It's interesting. This is an interesting piece. If you see this among all of your Funko Pops and somebody walks into the room, they're going to be like, what is that and why is it that a thing?
Yeah.
Right?
It's
So
cool.
It's an interesting piece. I think it's cool.
I like it.
So anyway, you can check out Vandal. I don't know what his website is. Somebody linked me his stuff. It's his name is Vandul, and he posts up figures every once in a while. It's sort of that type of thing where you put your order in, pre-order sort of, and then you don't get the figure for months later. I think
It's vandal.co.
Vandal.co?
Vandul. Oh, maybe.
Anyway, you go to his website, look up Vandal, Vandul, and you can find these things. But when you buy it, they're not on hand. At least this one wasn't. And you have to wait for a little while for it to come in. So that's just a heads up, but you should check it out. I think it's cool. It's different. It's cool. I think it's fun, especially in your Funko collection. We want to know what you think about this. We also want to know what you think about the Toyswonderland thing in the comment section down below. Have you been screwed? Because that's something we don't want to hear, but we'd love to hear your story anyway. Let us know all that and more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Brian Ordill Jr., Ashley Shelley Ann Nelson, George Gifford, Lauren Puala, Sergio Lopez, Sephiroth81, David Brewer, Yazirai Castillo, Kevin Maxa, Ralphie'sFunhouse.com, and Trina and Travis. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Check out patreon.com/Gastlecast to find out all the ways that you can support this lovely channel. We have a Patreon call every single month via Google Meet. We hang out, we do giveaways, we show you upcoming Mischief Toys things, and this month we're going to be showing you something super epic that we've actually talked about in the past. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked to see it. Also, we're going to be giving away a Hot Toys Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine to one lucky level 4 winner. So make sure you check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast and hang out with us in the upcoming December Patreon call. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and a little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We have a blast here. Come back and check us out every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern for our live. And that's all we've got for you. Thank you for hanging with us. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.